that should be changed. So discrimination like that, yes.
Last, second to that, do you think it's hard for a soldier to ask for help when they come back home?
Absolutely, because we're good at sucking it up and drive on. Like, we are programmed to do that. We are programmed to just push past the pain, to just, eat it up, just whatever. You're weak, and we don't want to be considered weak if we ask for help. So it takes a lot to ask for help, and that's why a lot of people don't ask for help.
Do you feel that the military is based off of adrenaline rush as to, I'm hyped up about this, and, because of probably certain things that I had or dealt with at home, that I get that adrenaline rush to actually go out there and kill others, or to go out there and say, well, you know what, it makes my job a lot easier knowing that I'm stressed, or that I have some problems, that I could just relieve that anger by doing so.
Right, yeah, I know where you're going with this. Like, the military, like, they want to desensitize you, bottom line. And a lot of people going into the military, a lot of people come from broken homes. A lot of people come from places where they need to get away, and they go away into the military, and, the military has a job, and their job is, to kill. And, to be more and more and more desensitized makes the job a lot easier, to take that, to be like, okay, this is a bad guy, you must go get him. Well, that makes it a lot easier when you don't have any feelings, you know what I mean? And when you're being applauded for doing the right thing. So, and like the military, they make you mean, they make you tough. But at the same time, you need that meanness, you need that toughness, because war is not pretty. War is not meant to be pretty, and it sucks, and it hurts people. It really does, and it's unfortunate, but yes, we do need it, and it does keep us safe. And it's a tough business, and it's not for everyone, and it's not easy for everyone to understand, but it's life, and it's a reality that we all have to face. And no matter how hard you protest against it, it's always going to be there, and it's always been there. So yes, certain conditions do make better soldiers and better warriors. So, and they just exploit that in the military. They really just use it as a resource. That's all. Yeah.
So do you think that it's harder for women to ask for help than for men?
No, not really. Women in general will ask for help before a man will ask for help. I think across the line, like, no matter how hard she is. But I think for some women it might be a little bit harder. For some women or some men it might be a lot easier. But I think in general it's easier for women to ask for help.
So now that you're back home, have you been stable financially? Have you felt the need to look for jobs or anything like that?
I actually saved a lot of money, and I'm going to go back to school, but I did look for a job when I first came home, and I actually had one before I came home, and I just wasn't emotionally ready for it. But a lot of my friends who are back home, they don't have good jobs, you know what I mean? Like, there's no jobs out there. And military people, they do have priority for any federal or state job. However, like, they don't really, like, they've already done that. A lot of people don't want to do that, so there's not great jobs out there, we don't really get a lot of, like, priority jobs out there. A lot of my friends do very blue-collar work still.
Do you think that the government can step in with that, giving better jobs for veterans?
Well, it depends, like, what does the person want to do when they come home? Yes, I think they could step in, but at the same time, what are they going to do? Like, if the person really needs mental health issues addressed. You know, a lot of people want to come home and work. They want to work because they just have all this thoughts going on, but they need something to do. Otherwise, they're going to go crazy or drink themselves to death. But so a lot of them have blue-collar jobs where they work alone, or construction jobs where they work alone and like kind of just stay to themselves. But I don't know how, but like soldiers need to really just realize that they need to go and get mental help is there, and it's definitely available.
And just like reference to what Emily said, knowing that all of these problems all occur, and it makes it probably 3 times as hard for you to actually get a job, knowing that you're coming back home and there's all of these problems, and you're unable to get a job based on you serving for your country. So do you think that there is some form of trickery into it, because like you're serving for your country, but yet still when you come back home, you still can't even get the job that you want, or it makes it harder for you to get the job because of...
Right, you do have like a mental handicap, basically. You do have a limitation. Again, like it's very individual, but the help is out there. There's lots of like mental health resources out there, and we really, I don't know, I need to tell my friends, which I've really pushed, like you guys need to go and get mental health, but people don't want to hear that. Even like people who are civilians, no one wants to hear that they need help. No one wants to hear that, and it's not a form of weakness or anything like that. But it's just, you just can't deprogram some people, and that's unfortunate, and it's something that they have to come to and realize themselves. And you can't force anybody to do it. That's just going to make them mad and irritated, and they're already at that state anyways, so it's something they have to do on their own. But for me, I was at a point where I'm like, I can't do this. I just really can't do this anymore, and I need help. I definitely need help, and it was there, and it was non-judging, and it was very relaxed, and it was very helpful, and it was a great environment for me.
So what calms you down now?
I do a lot of yoga. I do yoga. I run a lot. I do a lot of just me stuff. I'm just very patient with myself, and I just go to a lot of therapy, and I do some I do meds, or I take meds, and like I have a lot of support from the VA, and I push myself to be better, but I definitely don't overdo it, because I'm just patient. I just listen to myself. That's what I do.
There was one question that I've been meaning to ask you. When you're in the Army, especially for those mothers who are out there, do you feel that it takes more of a toll on the female mothers, knowing that they have a child back home and yet still they're killing another civilian, someone else's child, another mother's child?
Right.
How does that...
Well, first of all, not everyone in the military kills. Yes, we're trained to kill, but not every service member has killed or will kill. Yes, a lot of mothers out there, and fathers too. Like coming to that is hard, but at the same time, this terrorist child might come and kill. If they don't come over here, they might come over here, or they might attack someone else. Because when a 5-year-old has a weapon in their hand, they have a weapon in their hand trying to do harm to you. They could have an army of 5-year-olds. It's not going to change. Like it's bad news. No matter what it is, that child is trained to kill. And a lot of mothers are overseas. A lot of mothers do miss their children, and they kind of don't get the credit that they need. There's really not a huge support for mother veterans while they're over there, and that's very hard, because it's hard being away from your children. Mothers, they're tough. Female soldiers are really, really tough, because they get a lot of shit, and they have to be emotionally strong.